Well, good evening. I'm so glad to see you all this evening for our ESL video class. And we have Kyung-Jin from South Korea. Hi.
Hi.
We have Raja from India. Hey.
Hi.
And we have Jackie from Mexico.
Hi. Hola.
So it's good to see you guys. Our lesson tonight is about something that we all love, groceries. Well, actually, it's about grocery shopping. And where would we be without grocery shopping? I mentioned that we wanted to talk more about, something that's a bit about normal life. But now that I realize we're talking about food, my scales weren't working, and I had to replace the batteries. And when I replaced the batteries today, I figured I think it's still not working because it registers a much higher weight than I was expecting. But this quarantine and this lack of exercise, I mean, I'm exercising every day just about, but not enough. And so it's caught up with me. But I wanted to talk with you about grocery shopping in your home countries and grocery shopping here. And I know that you probably, all of you are much younger than me, and you probably shopped, or your parents shopped, maybe in nice places that are very modern in your home countries. But I want you to tell me something about, something unique about shopping for groceries in your home country. And we've got several questions, and we'll see if we get through them all. But so first, tell me, how often did you or your family shop for groceries? That means how many times a week did you shop in your home country? Who wants to be first?
I can go first.
Okay.
So there is no limit for shopping. So many times we go, because it's not like here. So if you want to go for shopping, you have to take a car, you have to drive. But in our place, it's just like you go out of your home and walk for a couple of minutes, and you will hit the road. I mean, you will hit the bazaar, where you have a lot of people, you have a lot of shops.
Okay.
And also it's not like big shops like Walmart or Target. So each shop is unique. So you can find groceries, you can find eateries, restaurants. So whatever you want, you just walk and bring. So yeah, there is no need to plan for that. You just go and walk and get your stuff.
I want to go grocery shopping in India.
Yeah.
So yeah, you mentioned something there about walking to it, and I've got some questions about transportation in a minute. But that does make a difference in how you shop and how often. Kyung-Chen, how about you? You and your family, how often did you shop when you were in your home country?
Usually we went to grocery shopping once a week, using weekends. Weekdays we usually go to school or go to work, so almost once a week we been there. Yes.
Okay. And then Jackie, how about you?
Yes, well, we divided our grocery shopping into two, like all our fresh produce like veggies and fruits, we bought it at the street markets. And well, like tianguis is more like a bazaar, food market. And all the rest of the stuff in the commercial markets like Chedraui, Walmart, all of those. So it would be once a week, but divided in two sessions.
Okay.
Once a week the veggies, and once a week all the rest.
Now, when we lived in Kazakhstan, it was soon after the Soviet Union had collapsed, and they had bazaars, and we lived right across the street from a very large bazaar. So we could go there every day that it was open. And the other bazaars in the city usually were closed one day a week, but our bazaar was open on that day and closed a different day. And I forgot which day it was now, but we had that place to shop, but they were starting to have supermarkets. But there weren't many supermarkets in our neighborhood, and we didn't have a car at first. But they did have these small little kiosks, just little booths basically on the side of the road, and you could buy lots of things there. And they had a few stores and buildings, and usually you'd have to go you walk in and there's no place to walk around. You have to know the language to be able to say, would you please give me a pound or a kilogram of ground meat? And if you didn't know how to say it, then you had to figure it out, And so we would do all sorts of hand motions and stuff. Turkey was interesting because they had a bazaar once a week in our neighborhood, and it actually was right where our church was. In fact, I was a little bit disappointed to see that on Sundays when we would have church, instead of being able to be dropped off at the door, there were all these markets in front of our door, and so we couldn't drive up to the door of the church. But it actually turned out to be really great because we got to know those guys in the market, and they knew us, and they would even point people to our church for us. So that was cool. Well, what about here in the U.S.? How often are you shopping here? Raja, how about you? You're the bachelor, temporary bachelor.
Yeah, so probably it's once in a week.
And when your wife is here, is that normal too, once in a week?
Yeah, so she has advantage. So the place where we live, so here also we can walk to the food line. So for any urgency, she can just walk, and she can bring the stuff. But if you want anything specific, we plan accordingly.
Okay.
So food line, you can get almost most of the stuff like milk, eggs, spinach or tomatoes. So you can get basic stuff there.
Okay. Kyungchin, how often are you and your family shopping for groceries?
I think it's almost same as Korea. Once a week. We usually go to grocery once a week. Yes.
Okay. And Jackie, you probably don't do the shopping, but your family that you're living with, how often are they going shopping for groceries?
It's normally once a week or once, like 15 days, something like that.
Okay. How different is grocery shopping in your home country from grocery shopping in America? Actually, I know that Jackie and Raja both mentioned bazaars. So before we get to you, I want to ask Kyungchin, how different is shopping in South Korea, where you lived, to shopping here in America? Is it the same or is it different?
I think it's almost the same. In Korea, people usually prefer big franchise market like Walmart or Costco.
Mm-hmm.
But we have some traditional bazaar like that market too. But normally young people don't prefer to going there. So yeah,
it's where the older population goes. Okay. So Raja, you mentioned bazaars, and so tell me what your bazaars are like in India.
So those are like small shops. So each have their own specific purpose. Like if you have one shop is for dry fruits. Only one shop is for vegetables. One shop is for fruits. One shop is for groceries. It's all different. So the one difference I saw is here in America, if you go to grocery shop, you tend to buy clothes also, because you go to Target, your mind automatically goes to the newest stuff in the market. I mean, it won't happen in India. So if you want to buy fruits, you go to the fruit shop and buy fruits. But here, if you go to Target, you're gonna buy other stuff too, because that's the difference.
Okay, Jackie, what about you?
Yeah, well, my bazaars, for lack of a better word, is they are once a week. depending on which street they are gonna be on. They close the streets or give it just half the street to the little shops that are built in 10 minutes and off in 5. And they are like tents and tables, tents, and everything so that the sun is not damaging the produce. Yeah, it's each little tent shop. It has veggies and the other one is fruits, but it's all in the same street. So you just walk there and ask for stuff.
Well, that's how it was in Turkey too, and it actually was kind of nice. You know, we got used to after church, we would usually maybe go to a restaurant or something, and then we would drop by and buy the produce that we needed, and just take that home with us. Now, are the prices set at the bazaars? And that would be for all three of you. Are the prices set, or can you bargain with the people at the bazaar?
I think
No.
in my case we can bargain. Yeah.
Okay. You too, Jackie?
Yeah, and I mean, you just have to know how to deal with them or at what time you have to go so you can bargain. If it's an opening, maybe in the middle of the day where it's packed, they will not accept any bargain. At the end, they will give you extra food.
Yeah. Yeah. And Kyungchin, how about at the bazaars that you said the older people go to? Can they bargain?
Yeah, it depends. Some can bargain, and some have some set prices. Yeah, so I think it depends.
Okay. I like bargaining. I think it's fun. And but oh man, when I was in Kazakhstan, it was so frustrating because I didn't know the language. And I remember one day when I was trying to buy a lamb leg. You know, so we say leg of lamb. That makes it sound very nice and gourmet, but it's just a lamb's leg. And and I didn't have much experience with that, but I knew what looked good. And the guy was giving me a price that was close to $100 for the leg. And we carried around calculators with us at that time because we didn't have cell phones. And even when cell phones came out, they didn't have calculators on them at first. And so people would even carry scales, small scales with them, and
To verify that price.
make sure that it was weighed properly. And but yeah, this guy wanted to charge me $100, and I said, no, I'm not going to pay $100 for this because I paid like $10 the day before. And so I don't know what was going on, but that was the one day that wasn't good. But yeah, you learn to just walk away if somebody doesn't give you a good price. Now, you mentioned, Kyungchin, that you like that a lot of people like the franchise market chains. And how about you guys, Raja and Jackie in Mexico and in India? Do people like those chain markets?
Well, yeah, for stuff that is like meals, cereal, eggs, it is cheaper to buy there than in other places.
Raja?
Yeah.
How about-
So in India, it's very rare to get a chain markets.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, is that all across India or just in certain parts of India?
There are a couple, but not if you take the all across India, it's very small compared to the scale of India, the size of India.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, India is a democracy, and you have capitalism there, but the idea of a large franchise grocery store chain is not so big there. Well, that's interesting. Now, let's see. Some of these questions that I have on my list we've actually already talked about. So let me tell you. Let me ask you. Where do you shop here? Which stores? I know Raja mentioned Food Lion. Jackie, which stores does your family shop in? And Kyungchin, which stores does your family shop in here in Virginia?
We usually go to Walmart. or
Okay.
yeah, Costco. Yes.
Okay. Jackie?
Here, I don't know if there is a pact or something in Arlington, but there are no Walmarts inside.
Oh,
So the options are like Harris Teeter, Trader Joe's, or Giant. From those, I think the most like price quality
mhm.
uh, better thing it's Harris Teeter. So we mainly do shopping there.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I've been to some of the Giants up in Northern Virginia, and I didn't really like them very much. Harris Teeter's good. I like Trader Joe's though.
Yeah, but it's very expensive for
Yeah.
me.
If you
It's
go
like
to Lidl, Lidl is apparently from the same company as Trader Joe's, and everything's cheaper. But it's similar stuff to Trader Joe's.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's LIDL. We've got them all over here, and I know that they're going into Northern Virginia, but maybe they just haven't gotten into your area yet.
I think it's a German-based company, right?
It
German.
might be. Or it might be that it originally was a German company and got bought out by another one. I don't know. Well, now when it comes to transportation to grocery stores in your home country, tell me about that. Raja, you mentioned it's a lot of walking. So what else?
It's not a lot of walking. It's just a couple of minutes. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, you can't buy a lot of groceries if you're walking because you don't have strength.
So that's the reason, right? I was telling. So if you want to buy a fruit, you go for fruits, not for a whole list of groceries.
Okay.
So it's just like you go and pick what you want and come back.
Okay. So your family might actually go shopping more than once during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of how it was for us in Turkey too, because I would come home from work and maybe drop by a market and grab something, and then Clover might say, "Hey, we need this." I have to go back out and go a different direction.
I mean, we plan for it, but obviously, even though if you don't plan, it's not a big issue.
Okay. And Kyungchin in South Korea, how do you go? By car or by your own private car, or do you walk or take a bus, or what do you do?
We usually go by car. It's the same as America because we have to buy a lot of stuff at a time.
Yeah.
So car is the most convenient transportation. Yes.
Yeah, you got to have your own car. How about you, Jackie? Back home?
Yeah, well, to go to the grocery store, yes, you have to have a car, or you can just walk if you're just going for some little things. You can just walk and grab it. For the bazaar, yes, we have special bags or even little carts that you can take with you, and you just walk there because it's in your street, literally.
Okay. Well, good. Now, here, I'm assuming you all go by car to go shopping. Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
I biked.
You bike, okay. But where do you put the groceries?
Just for little things, and I have a special
Basket.
baggie that like a basket for on the behind that you can close and do.
Okay. Now tell me, did any of you do online grocery shopping in your home country? No.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Does it work well?
Yes, actually, is in Korea, online shopping is very convenient. Shipping cost is almost zero. Yes, almost zero, and they are very fast. We order the day before, we can get it after morning after. Yes, so it's very convenient in Korea.
I think that online shopping would be really nice because you don't have so much of the impulse. You're not going up to the register and you see all the candy bars that
Candy.
you need. Yeah. and the soft drinks at the front and that sort of thing. Now, have you done any online grocery shopping in America? Any of you?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about that experience. What's that like?
Well, sometimes it's good because the convenience of you can just do it from your mobile device and just select it. But also, if you're just buying like one little thing or something, it's not convenient because they charge you even more for just shipping it to you than rather if you just go and get it. But also, I lost my train of thought.
That's okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say something else, but sorry.
So, Kyung-Chin, have you done online shopping for groceries here in America?
Actually, not for grocery shopping here, because it takes more time than in Korea. So I just go to grocery store by car.
Okay. And how about you, Raja? Any online grocery shopping?
So here these days I'm doing the curbside pickup. So we can order online and they give you the time when you can come and pick up.
And who do you do that with? Food Lion?
No. So for me, like there are some Indian bazaars, Indian stores.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh.
Okay. Now, we tried to do some online grocery shopping during this pandemic, and it just didn't work for us. But one time I remember I did order groceries. They weren't produce and they weren't meat related, but they were, canned items, bottled items. I think it was some promotional thing that came across my phone. So I tried it, and it was kind of nice. But I bought things that kind of in large quantities. So when I needed them again, I just didn't think about going back online. Well, in the last few minutes, what do you think the future is going to look like with grocery shopping now that we've seen a little bit of the future through COVID-19?
Well, I think they're gonna perfect the online shopping, like getting it more specified, because that's also one thing that I was gonna say. If they don't find the thing that you selected to buy, sometimes they give you like an exchange or something. Like if you wanted some kind of cereal like Cheerios, they don't give you Cheerios, they give you like the equivalent of a Cheerios or something.
Oh, there's no equivalent. Yeah. Maybe a generic Cheerio, but still.
A generic, generic.
I want the real thing. If I want Cheerios, I want Cheerios. I don't want the
No, that commercial for Cheerios, by the way.
I haven't eaten a Cheerio for years. Well, what else do you think will be the future for grocery shopping?
Well, one thing that is getting very good is all these wiping and disinfecting the carts as soon as they are being used. So that's very good. It's more hygienic.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we all have to wear masks inside, have proper spacing between us.
I've been to a lot of grocery stores where nobody was wearing masks.
I think in the future,
here we have.
I think in the future, every home will have a vegetable cleaning machine and ultraviolet UV machine, just like we have a dishwasher and so laundry. So we have a special room for them.
Mm-hmm.
And to keep your shoes and to keep your clothes in the beginning of the entrance of the home. Mm-hmm. So you have that stuff will come very soon.
Yeah. What do you think, Kyung, about the future?
I mean, if it is in the market, people will buy now. I mean,
yeah. Kyung-Jin, what do you think of the future?
Yeah, in the future, I saw the news. There's some delivering packaging robot. So maybe they will be common. It will be cool, I think. Yes.
What is that? The package delivery what?
Robot.
Robot. Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah, I wonder if we're going to have maybe drones bringing small deliveries to our homes. And it could be robots, could be driverless cars. I guess that's almost like a robot, isn't it?
That is a robot.
think about it. If a driverless car just knew that, I mean, if he was programmed, take this bag to such and such a street, take this bag to another street, and perhaps it's a refrigerated car and it keeps it cold for you, you know, that could be really cool. Yeah.
Billionaire idea.
Yeah. Invent something, guys. Well, cool. Well, all this talk about groceries has made me a little bit hungry. I'm really glad, though, to see you guys, and look forward to another class next week. It's cool that things are opening up now, but please be careful. Wear your masks. Keep social distance. Oh, it's funny. Clover hasn't been to many grocery stores because she stayed out of almost everything, my wife. So the other day we were in a store and she was like right up behind some people, and I said, "Hey, you got to come back." And I pointed to the ground and to the floor, and there were markings on the floor. And she said, "Oh, I haven't been in enough stores to realize I have to look for the markings to know what is 6 feet away and that sort of thing." And it's true. It's going to take a little while, but kids will learn, and people will learn. Well, it's great to see you guys. I hope that your families are doing well. And Raja, we're especially hoping that your family will be able to be reunited with you. A friend of mine who's been stuck here and needing to get back to his home country, I didn't realize he was leaving today. He left from Washington and got to Chicago. And then he sent me a note and he said, "I'm stuck in Chicago for 3 days until the next flight because they wouldn't let me fly." He had to fly by way of one country to get to another one. He didn't have the right visa situation. So, boy, it's a tough world, but the planes are flying, so that's good. All right, well, thank you guys so much.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.